they're about to be reacting to what it's like to be every gang rank. Now, me personally, I think gangs are stupid. It's stupid to be in a gang. Honestly, there's no point. What you want, family, unity, cool. But there's a lot of stuff that come with gang that I don't agree with. I'm more so a person to be by myself. I like that, you know. So a lot of stuff is avoidable when you worry about yourself and yours. But no, let's get to it.
Level 1. The Lookout. You wake up at 3:30 a.m. long before the sun has even considered touching the horizon. You don't grab a weapon, you don't grab a bag of product. You grab a heavy black hoodie, a portable charger, and a phone with a screen so cracked it looks like a spider web. Your job is the most boring, most vital, and most thankless task in the organization. You are a human sensor. You stand on the corner of 4th and Main, leaning against a cold brick wall, pretending to be a kid waiting for a bus that never comes. Your eyes are constantly scanning. You aren't looking at people, you're looking at wheels. You're looking at the way a car's suspension sits. You're looking for the subtle antenna on a roof, or the way a driver keeps both hands on the wheel at 10 and 2. In the group chat, you are nobody. You don't even have a name yet. They just call you Shorty or Little Man. You are a
But my
ghost in
thing
your own
is,
neighborhood.
why? I guess you gotta climb in ranks, but why sign up for this? I guess you want to prove your loyalty, prove that you can do things, but it's like I don't get the point, bro. Honestly,
If a suspicious vehicle slows down, you type one word, blue. That's for the local police. If you see a car you've never seen before, tinted windows, out-of-state plates, you type ghost. That's for the outsiders. You aren't on the law enforcement radar yet. To the cops, you're just another statistic, another kid in a hoodie who's probably skipping school. They might shoo you off the corner, but they don't write your name down. You don't exist to them. You get paid in favors. Maybe a senior member buys you a burger. Maybe they let you sit in the back of the car while they play loud music. You are hungry, your feet are numb, and your pockets are completely empty.
all this to get no money, all this for zero money, zero pay.
But you stay. You're waiting for the day they stop calling you little man and start giving you something to carry. Level 2, the runner. Now you've moved up. You aren't standing still anymore. You've traded the street corner for the alleys and the stairwells. You carry the weight, plastic baggies, or thick envelopes of cash. This is the level where you get your first real street name. You aren't Shorty anymore. Because you're fast, because you know every shortcut through the projects, they start calling you Swift. This name is your first badge of honor. It means you've been noticed. You move through the city like a blood cell through an artery. You memorize which doors are unlocked, which fences have a loose slat you can squeeze through, and which apartment buildings have a rooftop exit. You make real money now, maybe $300 a week. It feels like a million. But this is
Doing all that for $300 a week when you can go get a job and make that in like 2 3 days, maybe depending on your pay or depending on where you work. I don't understand. I don't understand. I will never understand street culture. I will not. I don't understand, bro. I just don't.
moment you officially hit the law enforcement radar. It's subtle. A patrol officer sees you 3 times in 3 different locations in 1 hour. He pulled out a notepad and wrote it down. You are now a known associate. Level 3, the dealer. You've stopped running. Now
See,
people
now me personally, I wasn't in a gang, but once upon a time I did deal I did I was dealing some, you know what I'm saying? I sold green. It's nothing special. But it's like even with that, life is so scary. So it's so risky because you never know who out to get you, who watching you, who trying to come up off of you, who trying to. It's a lot to come with, bro. Honestly, bro, don't deal drugs. Just go get a job. It's not for everybody.
you.
If
You've
show
been
wasn't for me, I retired.
in
Indeed.
the spot. It might be a park bench, a specific hallway in a high-rise, or the back room of a barber shop. You are a retail manager of the underworld. You set the pace. You decide who's a real one and who's a snitch. You have a roll of cash in your pocket, but there's a weight to it. Every dollar in that roll belongs to someone else. At the end of the shift, you go to a drop house. You keep 20%, you hand over 80. This is the tax for the protection of the brand. You start carrying protection, a small, cheap pistol, tucked into your waistband, and it scares you more than you'd ever admit. The police radar is glowing red now. You've had your first knockdown. A plainclothes detective tackled you in the park. You didn't have anything on you. You're too smart for that. But they took your picture. You are now in the gang database. They know your mother's address. They know your girl's
Yeah, now they building that Rico on you. Yes, sir.
name. They are just waiting for you to get greedy. Level 4, the enforcer. The time for selling is over. Now your job is the management of violence. You sit in the back of blacked out SUVs. When a dealer on level 3 gets short on his count, you're the one who goes to see him. You don't go there to talk. You go there to remind him that the organization isn't a charity. You don't raise your voice. The scariest people never do. You just stand in the doorway wearing leather gloves even though it's July, and the room goes silent. When people hear your name, they look at the floor. You are the physical manifestation of the boss's will. Law enforcement has moved you from the associate list to the target list. The Violent Crimes Task Force knows your face. They don't want to arrest you for a small bag of product anymore. They want to tie you to a shooting. They have a corkboard.
See, now you on the RICO. Now you staying within the case. Now you a person of interest. That's crazy, ain't it?
In a room somewhere with your photo in the center surrounded by red string. Level 5, the crew leader. You are a middle manager now. You manage a set. You have 5 dealers and 10 lookouts reporting to you. You are responsible for the count. If the money is short, it's your head. If the police raid a spot, it's your job to find out who talked. You carry 2 phones that never stop buzzing. One is for the work, and the other is for the higher-ups. You spend your nights in diners looking at maps of the neighborhood. You see the streets as a grid of profit and loss. The younger kids look at you like a god. They see your gold watch and your custom car. They don't see the fact that you haven't had a full night's sleep in 3 years. On your way home, your phone buzzes once. No name, just a message. They asked about you. It's from one of your own, someone who swore they'd never talk. The law enforcement radar has upgraded you to high-value target.
Damn. I mean, I don't know.
Now being wiretapped. Every time you say the pizza is ready on your phone, a detective in a van 3 blocks away writes down, subject likely discussing a new shipment. They aren't looking for you anymore. They're looking through you to see who you're talking to.
Yep, the feds on your back. Yes, sir. The feds is on your back. Then the thing is, I guess when I was young, I thought it was cool and all. But it's like, all in all, everybody in this profession, in this type of lifestyle, it's either 2 outcomes. You're dead or in jail. You don't get to ride off in a sunset and watch the sun rise and sit on that shit. You don't get to watch your children grow up if you have children. You don't even get to be around your family. Either you're going to be dead or jail. Nah, I don't know, bro. That's all.
Level 6, the lieutenant. You have officially left the street. You wear a suit now, not a cheap one. You meet in high-end steakhouses and the back rooms of legitimate construction companies. You manage the fronts. The car washes the trucking firms. You are an expert in money laundering. You know how to make $1 million in street money look like $1 million in rental income. You talk to accountants more than you talk to hitters. Your street name is starting to fade. In the meetings that matter, you go by your real name. You want to be seen as a businessman, not a gangster. But the feds are here. You aren't on the local police radar anymore. You're in the FBI's Organized Crime Division files. They have a code name for your investigation, something like Operation Broken Hammer. They are building a RICO case. They are documenting every
RICO?
dinner,
Yeah, this is definitely AI making this video. A RICO.
handshake, and every bank deposit. You are a whale in the ocean. Level 7, the strategist. You are the brain of the beast. You don't think in terms of streets, you think in terms of routes and supply chains. You decide which ports the shipments come through. You decide which rival gangs to go to war with and which ones to sign treaties with. You are a diplomat. You spend your days on a private boat or in a mountain retreat looking at a laptop. You use encrypted apps that even the government has trouble breaking. You don't order hits. You express a desire for a change in leadership. Your street name is a legend now. To the kids on level 1, you are a myth like the boogeyman. They call you the ghost. The law enforcement radar is at maximum capacity.
Y'all ever watch Power? The Book of Ghosts, the first Power.
On
That's
the
what it's
most wanted
giving
list,
me.
but they can't find you. You have 3 different passports and 5 different
how Ghost
identities.
was.
You are playing a game of chess against the Department of Justice. If you move left, they move right. You are the shadow that the sun can't catch. Level 8, the second in command. You are the underboss. You are the bridge between the myth and the reality. When the boss whispers, you are the one who shouts. You run the day-to-day operations of an empire that generates more revenue than a small country. You meet with senators, you meet with judges. You have donated to every political campaign in the state. You are the one who makes the unsolvable problems go away. If a high-level member turns snitch, you don't just kill him. You erase his entire existence from the records.
Damn.
You are the one who actually makes the machine move. The boss gets the glory, but you get the power. The feds have a 24-hour surveillance team on you. There is a satellite currently positioned to track your car.
See,
They have
bro, I can't live like this. Like, bro, just imagine living with the thought of one day all your freedom could be taken just like that, or your life could end just like that in the snap of a finger, off of one wrong move or one minor mistake. Like El Mencho with his girl. They say he only got caught because his girl, they was following his girlfriend. See,
flipped your brother, your cousin, and your tailor. They are waiting for one slip up, one signed check, one recorded conversation. You are walking on a tightrope. Level 9, the boss. You sit in a room that is perfectly silent. The walls are 3 feet thick. There are no windows. There are no phones. There are only the people you have known for 30 years, and even them you don't fully trust. You are the king. You have reached the top of the mountain. You have hundreds of millions of dollars buried in offshore accounts. You have the power to collapse a city's economy with one phone call. You are the father. You don't have a street name anymore. Your name is never written down. It is never spoken aloud in a room that hasn't been swept for bugs. The law enforcement radar? You are the radar. You know which detectives are on your payroll. You know which FBI agents are looking for a promotion. You have turned the system against itself. But as you sit there, in the silence of your fortress, you realize the truth of the life. You started at level 1, standing in the cold, wanting to be noticed. Now you've spent 40 years trying to be invisible. You have all the money in the world, but you can't buy a walk in the park. You have all the power in the world, but you are a prisoner of your own creation. You look at the surveillance feed of the street corner where you started. You see a kid in a hoodie leaning against a brick wall, watching a car slow down. He looks hungry. He looks ambitious. He looks exactly like you did. If you like this video, hit
hey man, that's actually honestly, bro. In my honest opinion, bro, the lifestyle isn't worth it. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not. All that effort that you put into there, you can put that into a job and then put money to the side and then invest your money the correct way, and you can live life on easy mode. You get a certain amount of money, but this, even when you get all the money in the world, you still got to worry about the feds coming to get you at any time, opposition coming to get you at any time. I think it's better safe to just go get a job and stack your coins right, invest your money right. No, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. It's